All right, guys, we're in Silver Lake, Michigan, home of the sand dunes, and that's what this episode's going to be about. So buckle your seatbelts and stay tuned. All right, we're at the Mac Woods Dune Rides tour here in Silver Lake, and we're about to board the scooter. All right, guys, we are on our way on the Dune scooter here at the Mac Woods, and they'll take us out on the sand dunes and show us Lake Michigan. And the cost for this about $25 for adults. So we'll see if it's worth it. It's going to be allegedly 45 minutes long. I'm sorry in advance for any wind noise, but it's an outdoor tour, so that's just the way it's going to be in this video. I'll try my best to edit something out. And due west right now toward Lake Michigan. So stay tuned for more. All right, we're on a trail heading toward the dunes. Through the canopy here. So far, it's very smooth. I kind of wish that the Hatfield and McCoy trails were this smooth. Just saying. It's gonna open up.
There's our lost and found.
Yeah, so if you guys are coming on this tour, make sure that you guys are strapped in, buckled in, and apparently shoelaced in as well.
What
So
we're sitting on is about 2,000 acres of the dunes. If I were to give you guys a visual of that, 3 miles long north and south. The dunes are about 1.5 miles wide east to west, and it's all owned by the state of Michigan. So Mac Woods, we actually do not own anything that we drive on. We just simply borrow it. So this area is just for us to drive. You can walk and hike through here. We don't care one bit. I would ask that you don't walk in the trail. That way I don't come over here and meet you face to face. But if you guys want to walk freely, go to the middle third, just out in front of us. That is the pedestrian park. So it's designed for people to walk, hike, explore. In that area, you can go shore to shore. So you can walk from Silver Lake Beach over here on your right, clear across the dunes all the way out to Lake Michigan over on your left. I would warn you, it's 1.5 miles on sand, so you just got to plan accordingly. 3, maybe 4 days journey. All the way north, the third and final section, by far the most popular, ORV. That stands for off-road vehicles, dune buggies, jeeps, trucks, quads, sand rails, school buses, cars, side-by-sides, you name it, we've seen it. Every year, more people come onto that area. Last year, we had 250,000 vehicles. Yeah, it got pretty wild. And there was no busier day than the 4th of July. That is our holiday out here. We shoot fireworks right off the middle sand dunes. It's a breathtaking experience. However, it does bring the people. This year, 4,000 people were on the dunes on the 4th of July. If you're going to come out for a first time, I don't recommend that. But yeah, that is the sand dunes, which is awesome and unique. None of the people here. If it wasn't for the great flag, never not. So Chicago burned to the ground 1871. And just after that, there was a need for lumber. And so one gentleman named Charles Mears, he took advantage and he came to this area and he cut down every single tree that was here. There's a big forest sitting right here, and he just cut all the trees down. He made a bunch of money, which was good for him but bad for the environment because they just left the ground bare. And so the next decade, what happened is the wind, it blew away the surface soil, and then the sand that was hiding underneath it became exposed, and the dunes formed. So, yeah, kind of a weird thought. Chicago doesn't burn down, you don't get these awesome sand dunes. Let's drive fast, take chances. Well, I think we can all agree probably the best looking view of the day. Also on your right, you'll see Lake Michigan. It's a good view too. Lake Michigan, it is the second deepest of your 5 lakes, 925 feet deep spot. That's found up by MSD. Straight off our shore, much shallower. You're only getting down about 380, maybe 390 feet way out there. But yeah, nice, beautiful day. Got the southern breeze. Looks like rain out there. The forecast looks get rain as well. Thinking it's going to rain. Michigan, so you never know.
Yeah.
But something that's kind of unique about where we sit in Silver Lake is the point that we're on sticks out 7 miles, and it makes us the closest point that the lower peninsula of Michigan gets to Wisconsin. If you were to zip straight across from here, you'd hit Sheboygan. It's only 59 miles away. You guys are actually closer right now to Wisconsin than you are Grand Rapids. Kind of funny how that works out. You cannot see across. Once a day, someone always says it. Jake, I see the other side. No, you don't. You might have good meds, but you can't see that far. On a very clear day, you can see about 10 miles. After 10 miles, the curvature of the earth is going to come. We'll head down along the beach here in a second. And as we go north, you might be able to see Ludington, which is about a half-hour drive north. You see them because they always stick out like we do. Because the two of us stick out, the state decided to put lighthouses up, guide chips around them. So the one in Ludington, it's called Big Salvo Point. It stands roughly 110 feet tall. And then our lighthouse is actually just on the other side of those trees, and that's called Little Salvo Point. What's funny? Little Salvo's taller. It is the tallest working lighthouse on the Great Lakes. We find very awesome. So if you guys want to go check it out, 2 miles from Macwood's, definitely worth it.
How tall is it?
114 feet tall. All right, let's hit the beach.
Nephew and his wife married
Man, that's Lake Michigan. We're gonna go right over here along the shore. And a quick look here at what we're riding on. It's a port excursion, kind of cut down and made into a passenger dune buggy type of thing. Everybody having a good time out here on the lake. And then we're going to continue on our way down there somewhere. I have no idea where it leads to, and I guess we're going to wait and find out.
All right, guys, if you're with me, we can start loading back up.
So yeah, they're using airport tires, airplane tires right here, so it doesn't mess up the trails, but still it runs a smooth course through the sand. Some of them do have tread, just to maintain a little bit of grip. So it's just the way it works here, and tour guides are having a lot of fun. And that's what it's all about, guys.
That turned out pretty well. All right, like they say in Canada, vamonos. Don't you do it. I know. Crazy. I would say that. Okay. All right, this next sand dune is the fun one. It's called Streaker's Hill. Going streaking.
They call that this. So we're going to go to the lighthouse. Lighthouse is just beyond here. We are inside the Silver Lake State Park ground. So lighthouse is actually right there. one of the tallest, if not the tallest, in the Lake Michigan lighthouse tour. We're going to get a little bit closer to it here in just a second. I will put up some brief history and some information about the lighthouse on the YouTube screen here in just a moment. But it is pretty and worth a look. If you are already in the Silver Lake area doing the dunes, it's only about a mile and a half away. All right, so there's another look at the lighthouse here at Silver Lake. And as you can see, there's people up there. So I would imagine that for a fee, you can get up in there and get an overlook view of Lake Michigan and the Dunes region. So worth the mile and a half drive away from the woods Dunes tour. So give it a look, especially if you already have a Michigan State Parks pass. It's just a very small fee if you are from out of town and don't have the pass. But anyway, we've got some more experiences on the way, so stay tuned for more.